night went down to the wire, but the Balts came out on top. Congratulations to our player of the game, Chris Newsom, and winning coach, Coach Luigi Trillo. Coach Luigi, from being down 20 in the first quarter to a few points in the last few minutes, Meralco kept its poise all throughout. But in that crucial stretch, when it seemed like momentum was swinging Converge's way, what was the pivotal factor or perhaps moment that you saw that would attribute to the victory?
Yeah, we just had to grind it out. I don't think we had a good first quarter. You know, we were down 34-12 with 2 minutes to go in that first quarter. You give credit to Converge. You know, they were playing well. This guy here at the end, you know, he had a sprain, couple of calls against him at the start, so he got into foul trouble. I don't think, honestly, it was one of his better games, but he bailed us out with that shot. Not only him also, I thought some guys really stepped up. Raymond Almazan, Toto Jose bringing that energy. Aaron Black was a plus 24 today. So, you know, this is, Converge is for real. I think if you look at them, they were third in the elims. Heading's not yet there. This is one of the, for me, the teams that have depth now, have talent now. So, I feel like we were also lucky to come out of this game. You look at the fast break points and turnovers, we gave up 49. So, you know, we're lucky to get the win, but still a lot of things to improve on.
Thank you so much, Coach Luigi. Chris, so many things to talk about. How you bounced back from a 2-point first half, or how you powered through a tweaked ankle. But allow us to just see the game from your point of view. How did you let Converge's offense collapse in those last few moments? And what did you see that led to that game-winning shot?
Yeah, for us, it's always about the team, and it's always about what we can do as a team. You know, yeah, we struggled a bit in that first quarter, but you know, I think you can see the character of the team from not just like putting our heads down. There's two things that can happen when you get in those situations. You can either fall apart, break apart, and do your own thing, or you can really come together, try to fix things, and you know, while there's still time on that clock, you still have hope. So you saw what this team was capable of. Yeah, we had 34. We gave up 34 for Converge, but then in the second quarter, we only gave up 10. So that shows that we were able to bounce back. It's not something that we need to get used to or that we should turn into a habit, but I think it shows that we're capable of doing that. So, yeah, I have to give credit to the team for sticking together throughout, having that tough start. And then coming down to the last shot, you know, you just got to give credit to my team for trusting me. You know, without their trust, I wouldn't have the confidence that I have. Without the reps that I put, I wouldn't have the confidence that I have. So a lot of it comes down to hard work and, of course, your team and your teammates trusting you to take that last shot. And I know they all trust me to do that. But you put anybody in that situation, I think you're going to have that same amount of trust from the rest of the teammates. And that's what's special about Meralco. The coaching staff as well, yeah. That's what's special about Meralco is that we're all going to trust each other regardless of what the situation is. There's no one person that's above the other. So, yeah.
Thank you so much, New. We're now opening the floor to the media.
New, congratulations. Great chat, by the way.
Thank you.
You guys are the defending champions of this All-Filipino, but of course everyone's talking about TNT going for the Grand Slam. Would that work to your advantage that most of the people are talking about Grand Slam while you guys try to retain this championship you had?
I mean, I think we're going to focus on what we can control, and that's ourselves. Whatever narrative that is going to be out there, that's something that we can't control. We control what we handle in the locker room, how we think, and how we interact with one another. And I think that's more important than any narrative that's going to be put out there. Yes, us being defending champs, it's nice to be able to say that we are the defending champs, but we also know that target is bigger on our back, and that people are actually going to be coming for us this conference, knowing that we're the defending champs. So you can say that both MVP teams are going to have a big target on them this conference because, you know, Talking Tex is going for that Grand Slam, and we want to defend the crown and show that what we did last year wasn't just a one-time thing and that we can do it again. But it all comes down to staying together through the highs and lows and peaking at the right time. But again, I think all we can control is how we interact with one another and our mindset and our chemistry in the locker room, and then we'll let that speak for itself. And I was still nervous that somebody was going to hit a three, just like Abay. But yeah, you can never stop until that clock hits 0-0-0. So yeah.
Coach, si Raymond at 13 and 12, the two conferences, in and out siya sa lineup, but how crucial will it be going to this conference?
Well, I said with an All-Filipino, walang import, right? So normally the import plays the center spot. Raymond's very crucial in what we do. It was nice to see him. Brandon was struggling a little bit. Si Kyle nandun, si Norbert nandun. But Raymond just set the tone in terms of defending Aranya and Baltazar. We didn't have to double. You notice when we were doubling, they were able to shoot a couple of threes, right? But malaking bagay yung energy niya. Very proud of him. He came in and he did his own. So like Nu said, we were missing some guys. We're missing Banquero, we're missing Maliksi. Those two played a big part in our rotation of 8-9 guys in the championship run. So now guys have to also step up, right? That's the learning starts from our leaders helping them out, our staff helping now. You have Rayson, you have Cancino. Brandon still has to be taught, but overall, we're excited kasi alam natin this conference for us, guys are given chances. May mga opportunities siya nila na tumulong.
Coach, could you talk about Kurt Rayson's performance? He started and had quality minutes. What do you like about him for this conference?
He's proven in the preseason. We've used him and guys were injured and he's been solid. Alam na sa MPBL, he led the team to championship sa Letran. He's also been there, but for him, it's understanding the league. We have guys to go to. We have these practices where we know that the ball should be in the hand of certain guys. Sometimes he tries to always make the play. So there's a lot of improvement pa for me. But matapang yung bata. He can run the team. We need him loud. We need him calling plays. We need him more in your face. But madaming potential si Kurt. He'll be big in the PBA. I have no doubt. Just a matter of time.
The thing I love about Kurt is he's a willing learner. He comes to practice and he asks questions. He comes to practice and he comes up to me and says, "Kuya, what do we do here?" And that's something that you can admire from younger guys that want to continue to learn. And another thing I admire is the kid is fearless. He really has no fear of taking a big shot or stepping up to a big moment. Now it's just getting him to mature a little bit, but he's going to have a bright future ahead of him, for as long as he stays healthy in this league. Sure.
Coach, good evening. Any update lang on Chris Banquero and Alain Maliksi?
He's, they say 1 week to 2, but depends. CB might take a bit longer. He's a little bit older, diba? But we're not gonna rush him back also. We know CB's had some hamstrings na dati, diba? Si Elaine's out for the conference. So, it's also exciting also. Elaine's gonna get healthy, pero madami naman nakakatulong. May Alvin ka, CJ to help out, obviously, Nu and Bong, right? So, just with that. But CB maybe another 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah, we had a couple of hard practices. Parang napul medyo tumatanda. So, you'll get better.
All right, that wraps it up. Thank you so much, Coach Luigi and you.
Thank you,
Salamat,
everyone.
guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Salamat. Thank